the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Boom.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shade my smile.
Alright, today is November 23rd, 2021. It is 2:34 a.m. Back to my regular time again. Yesterday I bookmarked a couple stuff to share with you, but they were just random stuff right after I finished record and edit my yesterday videos. But the mother load, the very best thing to share with you was when I was in bed, going through my phone to see what's on Twitter, and that's where the good stuff. So I'm gonna skip everything that I bookmarked during the day and go straight to the ones that I bookmarked last night. And keep in mind, one of the things that I've said, when was the first time you came across where I said the rift between the two brothers started? Harry said is after the Oceania. The squad said after the Oceania. What did I say? I even disagree with Harry. I said, nope, Harry, that's not where it started. Okay? So keep that in mind. I said something, and I think I'm gonna put that question on my community board, see if anybody get the right answer. And by the time you see this video, you'll probably get the answer, because I have a lot of videos, okay, that I have set up for you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos for you guys to watch. None of them oh, only right here, this one, 4 people is reviewing it, and they haven't approved it yet. Okay, this video is being reviewed to determine whether it's suitable for most advertisers. So yesterday I put something on my community board regarding these, and most of them have been uploaded a while ago, 7 days ago. All right, this one I had to redo. All right, this one that says Our Prince Charming, I had to redo it. You see, cut version. It says cut version. When I hover over it, you can see it. This one. All right, cut version. I had to redo it because, where is it? There it is here. There's the original. All right, they review it. They claim no, it's not. I should not be making money of it. Okay, this video. Okay, they say it has been confirmed by manual viewer. It is not suitable. So I cut some stuff out and re-upload it. Even though I cut it here, they didn't even bother looking at it. But I re-upload it and put this one cut version to see what they say. But all right, let's go on Twitter. Oh my God, 2 minutes, 3 minutes already passed. Let's go to the first tweet that I want to share with you before I go to the motherload of everything. All right, there's V here. I'm glad they included this clip because I've watched it over and over this year. Will says, is it resolved? We don't know. End quote. That was directed at Harry about Meghan. Harry's eyes go straight to William and Meghan is clearly uncomfortable. Meghan is nervous, laughing, and Harry is contained his anger. William is a bully. This is where it all started. This is where it all started. I said it. I've said it from the start. Harry dismissed it. Harry said it was the Oceana. And the squad been saying is the Oceana. And I was a little reluctant to go against the squad because they've been following. Then when Harry came across it, and I even said, nope, Harry, even you, I disagree with you. This is where it started. All right?
Together as family, do you ever have disagreements about things?
Oh, yes.
Healthy disagreement.
Okay, the last thing you disagreed on, how do you resolve it?
I can't remember. They come so thick and fast. but
Is it resolved? We don't know.
Oh, we don't know. Well, you're putting on a great show if it's not. Working together as family.
All right. Harry is very diplomatic. Even when he was at the Obama Foundation, they were asking him some question about the other young lady, that the panelist that was on stage with him after Melody Hobson finished interviewing him. There were, I think, 3 other panelists that came on stage. Right? They were asking Harry about the young lady's stuff. Harry was a little bit reluctant to even say some stuff. You could see it. And here again, he was very reluctant to say some stuff. He was very diplomatic. But this guy, nope. All right, this is where it started. I've said this. Now people starting to realize it. Okay, even the squad who were in the game before me, I mean, it's not a game, but who was in the fight, that's the word, fight before me, said it was the Oceana. And I said, no, it's not that. It's not it at all. Nobody really paid attention to this interview. It was here. Okay, not even here for the public. It was here. But before that, it was within the background. Okay? Let's see here. This is me. All right? I've been saying this. This is me responding to V's tweet. Okay? I've been saying this where everything started. I've even disagreed with H, meaning Harry, and most of the squad. I've said it was here. Especially when Meghan said her thing about women had a voice. This is it. All right? 12 people liked it. Okay, her message felt direct for sure. All right, somebody responded, 12 people liked it. Okay, yeah, I saw it. Things were not okay. Okay, such a good observation. Okay, big yikes. See, I've said it. Anybody who saw me when the discussion about where all the grift started, I said it was here. I've said it. All right, next tweet. I have a lot to go over with you. Okay, I keep on missing the numbers in the back and scare the shit out of me that I missed it. All right, next tweet. Okay, the princess and the press was very insightful into the relationship between the palace and the press, aka the invisible contract Harry mentioned on Oprah. Guess what? I knew before that. Why? Look in my uh, description. I have the very first link in terms of articles. All right, not the PayPal link, not the PayPal link, the one that deal with the links and articles and stuff like that. I came across an article from 2001, and then that article says where um, Charles is taking William to parties and all of that. Okay, I took 2 screenshots of the article and I kept it. Every time I mention it, I show it to you on the screen. But you know, I know the links is in the description, so I don't have to worry too much about it. I've been knowing it even before Harry said it. It was the fact that they never took Harry because Harry is not the heir, but Charles been taking William there to get him, I guess, the continuation of the monarch to pass on to William. Okay. By now, the other kid, the oldest of not Harry, William, is probably doing the same thing too. The next heir, the third future. All right. So, all right, let me read. The Prince and the Press was very insightful into the relationship between the palace and the press, aka the invisible contract Harry mentioned on Oprah. No wonder the three royal household didn't want it to show. There's an irony. It's all so toxic, vicious, and disgusting. I mean, I'm surprised for many of the squad who've been following them more than I do. They didn't, at least, I'm pretty sure if I see more clips that some of you are aware of and I'm not, I will see more stuff out of it. Meghan is the strongest woman I have seen in a long time. How did she survive these three vipers' nests? I hope she has ongoing therapy. Imagine the weight of the firm thrown against you 24/7 and you have to silently swallow all their lies. I want complete vindication for Harry and Meghan. That was something that I was thinking about. Now that she's over here, I think uh, she sort of probably have a black to her thing. When certain things popped up that they're throwing at her, that's when certain, well, I guess she's right in terms of ongoing therapy. I guess, yeah, that comment, yeah, now I see. Now I see, because these people never finish with stuff. And there's a tweet that I come across that all the Brits are leaving the UK and stuff like that, and I have some stuff to say about that, but it's not in this video. It's going to be in a different set of videos because I have three group of videos to record today. Okay, let me continue some of the comment. And Kathy doesn't want anyone to know that her and Bill are gleefully playing along. But what we also know is that the firm is no longer able to feed the hungry press, and Bill and Kathy must be on a need-to-know basis for any news if or when talk to the Sussexes. Yeah, they've been using Harry and Meghan for their BS. So eventually, everything is gonna come out. All right, let's see. There's 3 comments under it. They're really stupid though because it's so blatantly obvious what they're doing and how they're briefing the press. Tonight documentary just confirmed it all. On my yesterday's video that I recorded, there were some people talking about the palace wanted to see the documentary that's playing. I believe it's BBC 2. The palace wanted to see it before it aired, and the person who did the video or whatever, the document, didn't want them to see it. This is why they're upset. Things is coming out. And Omid was coming out that, what is it? William is briefing the press about him not briefing the press. That was so funny. I was laughing about it. I didn't comment on Omid's thing because, you know, a lot of haters are usually there. Okay, they become the shadow of the Cambridge couple. I can tell you Meghan is not a mean woman. If not, Meghan could never be trusted by American media like New York Times and Times. What? Unfortunately, Prince William has changed a lot. William considered Meghan to be a rival. This damage. the three palaces could come together for this documentary, but they didn't say shit when Archie was called a or when Lily was being dragged for her name. Imagine being a granny and letting that happen to your baby girl and a queen. I would been in that balcony setting shit straight. Yep. Alright, let me go back to this. That was this here. Okay, this. Talking about that. Is William attempting to get ahead of this documentary? The BS is so obvious. There's a rolling eye. I mean, you literally had your CEO release private text or emails to aid tabloid against your brother and sister-in-law. My goodness. I'm telling you, Princess Diana, your son, this is a baggage for you. Alright? Because you went through the pain. And to see your oldest is doing exact same thing, deal with him. Deal with him. That's your job right now. Okay, Prince William told aides to stay out of family wars after media attack. Okay, Prince William banned aide from briefing against family members after seeing impact of Charles. Please, let's see here. All right, I do strongly sense that there is now definite professional war within the British media. Brilliant. Let the game begin. I've been saying this. Okay, now there was a what is it where the domino was falling? I was like, so it began, and then it was, I have one that said the countdown. It's a matter of time for us to see it, and this is it now. This is it. Okay, the British media have no chance to talk to Harry and Meghan. Okay, and they never will. Maybe an honest Brit with an honest show will be given opportunity, and that will undoubtedly freak the press more. But for right now, it's better that US get all of it, and the more the merrier. Meghan does better on entertainment and discussion shows. All right, so I think that's the, oh, there's more. All right, I was in here. Okay, the British media have no chance to talk to Harry and Meghan, and they will never will. Maybe, okay, I read that. Okay, no wonder the palace never said a word when Meghan was harassed and abused while pregnant. The palace apparently gave the press the green light to torment her. Now they have to deal with that. Okay, God, you do your work. This is your job right now. Keep it going. Okay, there's no family togetherness and loyalty from the three household at all. Imagine if they were united, they could be so useful. Yep, yep. Sneaky snakes. Yep. Okay, so once again, the Sussexes were right, and thank God they left that toxic country, media, and its ridiculous royal family. Honest, how Meghan is still standing is beyond me. People are seeing the truth now. They said the truth on the Oprah interview, and then they bounce. People calling them liar left and right, this and that. There it is. I mean, I've seen between the line. I mean, I don't know. I've seen it and I'm not surprised. It just so happened that I think I even have a thumbnail similar to this. Either Harry or Meghan or Harry and Meghan, and you have the palace in the background. This is it. Okay, get him, Harry. Burn that shit down. Okay, sis, if you decide to watch BBC Two, here it is. Oh, it's there. I'm gonna go with the one that the lady, someone posted, and then I could stop in between. All right, let's see here. Okay, they deserve a scorched earth after what they did to Harry and Meghan. There's three comment, more comment under here. There's that. All right, so let's go to the next one. Oh my God, they turn on the heat, but now the room is too hot. Okay, who said that? That's the next read. Quote, Kate didn't have crowds screaming at her. Meghan's first event was down at Brixton at a radio station, and it was like a rock star had arrived. And wouldn't you just be a little bit human to think, how about me? I mean, Princess and the Press. So that's from the documentary. Okay, I'll comment to that, but let's read. Oh, good. There's not that much comment here. Okay, columnist. Okay, so people said, who said that? The answer is columnist from British media who wrote opinion story. Let's see here. Could you send the link, please? Okay, so that's this. People's putting the link again. Like and subscribe. Okay, Princess and the Press. Okay, let me bookmark this. I'll come back to that on a different day. All right, let's go into that. View, tweet, bookmark. Oh, so I even have that here. Okay. Let's go back. All right, let's look at the picture. There's Meghan going to the video. That's her first event, like a rock star. People, I mean, people are not freaking mind, Ken. They know when they see genuine people. The other ones, they're just performing. Okay, they see the position as being royal as a stage. Okay, they're just performing to the people. When in fact some of the things that they're doing affect people's real lives. Okay, so people don't want mankind. Look at them. Right? You guys brought it up on yourselves. Okay, you were chasing him thinking this is a game. Now there it is. Deal with it. Deal with it. All right, so let me go to the next tweet. Okay, I thought that was a thread within a thread. People at Meghan's follow or mention can reply. I don't have anything to say. All right, let's see here. Help me out here. If the press are now admitting Meghan and Harry didn't want them at their wedding, why the hell did they spend years telling us how they gave the Sussexes a big fancy wedding? They fought to get access, then turn around and use it against Meghan Markle. My God. Oh my goodness. All right. They literally had to plead and negotiate with Harry and Meghan to be let in the wedding ceremony. The Sussexes didn't even want UK press and were the royal reporters there. The princess and the I think in one of my videos I even mentioned something like that. This is why they don't want them. What is it where the other one who said we've been asking to have a word with Meghan like 4 or 5 times. I'll put the clip. I think I've even mentioned it in some other things here.
4 times I asked the palace, or maybe 3 times I asked the palace if we, as a media group, could meet Meghan, and it never happened.
This lines up with them not wanting the big wedding, then after being forced to say we don't want the rights there, and picking a small venue. All right, Meghan said that. All right, and then they're blaming, because she said she had a small ceremony between her and Harry, and the how do you call this? And the priest. All right, they're calling her a liar and all of this. Okay, everything is coming to light. Everything. Let's see it. Spot on. Okay, let's go. Let me read some of these, and then I'll read this, and then after that go to the next one. Okay, Meghan did not lie. I mean, the journalist sent letters to the palace so that Meghan's wedding is public. What harassment. Okay, oh, and they welcome her with open arms. There's more reply. There's this. You can basically just throw every single last thing any royal correspondent or that I don't know what that means has ever said about Meghan or Harry. Okay, we know it's just trash. Okay, bango. All right, let's go into this. All right, and then I'll read this last. Let me read this. Can I? Is a thread? No. Okay, so that's what I. Let's read this. Oh, damn, it's even smaller than that. All right. Royal wedding. Meghan Markle's request for a private wedding was refused for this reason. Okay. When was that? Date? Any date? I don't see any date. There's no date. Oh, there it is. There it is. Published next Sunday, April 29, 2018. Okay. Sunday, April 29, 2018. Okay. Royal wedding. Meghan Markle's request for a private wedding was refused for this reason. Okay. Wow, how come I didn't see this? This is the first time I'm seeing this. Royal wedding. It is believed Meghan Markle and Prince Harry were forced to change their wedding due to public demand. Meghan had hoped for a more private wedding day away from the public eye, but public demand meant they had to rethink. Wow, by Francesca Spector. Okay, the royal wedding of Meghan Markle, 36, and Prince Harry, 33, will take place at St. George Chapel, Windsor Castle on May 19, 2018. It is believed Meghan wanted her wedding to be much more private than it has turned out, but had to bow to public demands. Okay, she's been saying this, and people, what is it? This is why she probably did the thing with the priest, with Harry before all of this. And then they're doing all of that nonsense that she should be thankful for all of this. And then they were the one who requested. Again, Lord, this is a baggage for you. Baggage for you. Alright, unlike the 2011 wedding of Kate Middleton, 36, and Prince William, 35, the 600 guest wedding ceremony will not be considered a staged occasion. However, it seems Meghan has still had to make a compromise for the wedding ceremony, which she reportedly wanted to be a much more private affair than Kate and Prince William. The couple had to bow to public demand rather than have the more private wedding they wanted, an insider has revealed exclusively to Express.co.uk. Quote, Meghan wanted to be their wedding. It was her request for it to be much more private than Kate and William's wedding. End quote. However, the couple were eventually forced to bow to public demand. Quote, the palace received thousands of letters saying the public want to be part of the wedding, said the insider. Meghan's love of a private wedding ceremony was reflected in her first wedding to film producer Trevor Angerson took place in Ocho Rios, Jamaica in 2011. What a coincidence. Isn't William and Kate was in 2011 too? Yep, 2011. Okay, the couple invited just 102 guests to their wedding celebration, and the laid-back ceremony took place on the beach. Yesterday, it was revealed that Prince Harry has asked Prince William to be his best man on his wedding day. Wow. And then he went and backstabbed him. Backstabbers. All right. And I read all the comment before except that one. Then they had the nerve to suggest that the Sussexes should reimburse them for a wedding that they didn't even want. Did they say that? They should be reimbursed? And oh yes, they did, because that's when I started doing the comparison in terms of the amount of money the country generated during the wedding. And all of that. Oh my God, these people are evil. Oh my God. All right, there's one more comment here. Meghan did not lie. I mean, the journalist sent letters to the palace so that Meghan's wedding is public. What harassment? There's the thanking face. All right, next tweet. Oh my God, the office is so hot. The heat is on. So one thing that crossed my mind after reading the article, and I'm editing right now, so that crossed my mind. So if one of those journalists who write some crazy articles about Harry or Meghan or both of them, and were to discredit what I just read, now they're gonna have to think, okay, if we have to discredit that, how many other things that they wrote that we will have to discredit? How are they gonna balance the truth with what really happened, with the reality kind of thing? It's a little bit confusing, but it crossed my mind because I almost forgot that at one point I was comparing their cost of the wedding and stuff like that. So if they were to come and say, oh, if you don't believe other articles, why will you believe this one? Then they're gonna have to go back to all of other articles that they wrote to say, okay, which is true, which is not true. So this is kind of crazy. It's even crazy thinking. I don't know if you even understand what I just said, because it's crazy. Because those people never really stick to the truth. They always have to put a spin into their nonsense. To reality, that is. Okay, this is the mother load of everything. This is probably gonna take the rest, and I have two more. This is huge. Okay, this is, I think I started following her. Oh no, now I am. All right, let's see here. I saw this while I was in bed. Guys, this document is basically confirming Harry's invisible contract comment. There's the crying face. I'll record and post. All right, the start. The Prince and the Press. All right, 1 minute and 4 seconds. I will have to pause in between. Okay, and there's so much more. Is a thread. Okay, I'm gonna pause in between. Okay, there's the start.
The press. To find out, we hear the storyteller's story.
For journalists to discover what's going on, they need a way in, they need a break, a fissure.
I think at the best of times, the palace is a nest of vipers.
If you sue them...
There it is. A nest of vipers. A nest of vipers. I didn't even see that documentary. and I put a thumbnails where snake behind it. It was very light in the background, but it was pretty much a, what did I call it? I forgot the name of it. There he is. He's even saying it here.
Guess how they're going to cover Kate? Have you seen what Kate's wearing? She's great. Meghan, yeah, not so much.
One prince is choosing.
Wow. Can you imagine this? Can you imagine? Oh my God.
To play the game with Britain's media.
Editors from various newspapers have been invited into
with Britain's media.
Editors.
Yeah, not so much.
One prince is choosing to play the game with Britain's media.
One prince chooses to play the game. All this is a game to them. It is a game. The same thing with their fan where they're harassing Meghan, and especially Meghan. Okay? It's a game to them. It is a game to them. God, because they messing with people's lives, this is a baggage for you. It's not a game to people, they tormenting it. All right? Baggage for you.
Editors from various newspapers have been invited in to meet him.
The other has tried to change the rules of that game.
He will turn away from cameras, deny them a shot, scowl at journalists.
It's a struggle between two powerful forces in our national story.
Meghan said she had forgotten that she had given a senior aide permission to brief her biographer.
There is a far greater level of manipulation that goes on.
Manipulation. They're using your word against you. This is why all the other A-listers are leaving the UK. This needs to stop. My God.
From the royal courts to the media than Joe Public would ever believe.
Wow. The princess and the press. Harry gets it. Harry gets it, but it's a shame that the older one didn't see that. It is a shame. And that video that I did yesterday, there's a possibility you may not see it, but I think now what I'm going to start doing is take little bits and pieces out of the video to show you, and then everything all at once. All right, let me continue with a thread. Okay, I bet it was the deal. It was placed on BBC 2 equal less view. Oh, so they okay, I see what you mean now. So they put it on BBC 2 instead of BBC, so not too many people will see it. So this is why they refuse to let him see it. So they say, if we're not going to see it, it's going to have to go on BBC 2. Okay, equal less view. When BBC 1 is the main channel at prime time. Prince Harry. Wow. Okay, let's see here. There's Rebecca printing this again. Okay, the Princess and Press is on BBC 2, so this documentary is essentially low-key hitting anyways. For those who aren't from the UK, BBC 1 is the main channel. Maybe that was the compromise for the family, because who actually watches BBC 2, but they did heavily promote it. My God. All right, let's read. This is a thread.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you're all good. I'm just sharing my thoughts yet again. I just felt like, sharing my thoughts since there's not enough characters here. But you know what? I've just realised that it's on BBC 2. Well, the documentary about the Princes at War. Was it Princes at War? Oh no, it was The Princes and the Press. Sorry. I don't know where I got that from, but anyways, I personally have not promoted it. I've not promoted it on my Instagram page. I'm not trying to promote it because we don't know what's going to come out of there. Like, we actually don't know. Like, I don't want to promote something that, because we can never be too careful. Like, why should we trust the BBC? I still don't know if I'm going to watch it. To be fair, I've got too much to do. I've just come off a meeting. It's literally 8. It's past 8 for me now. It's about to be 8:30. But yeah, I just don't know. I just feel like I just don't trust networks anymore. We saw what they did to Omid when they removed his part when he spoke the truth. So who's to say they won't be, making Harry look bad? Like, I know they've got the private investigator on, but still, we just don't know. So I don't know if I'm going to watch it. If I do, I'll let you know and post clips or whatever. But I personally have not promoted it on my Instagram or on my Twitter. But yeah.
Wow. So she's the one who's sharing it. Let me see her thread here, and then I'll come back to that. Okay, the Princess and the Press, correction. Not watching it. I bet it's going to be an attack on Harry. Wow. Okay, Sam, this is exactly why I didn't even promote it all on my Instagram either, because why should we trust the documentary after what they've done in the past? I don't care if they have the private investigator on. Alright, so I have this in another video set of things to share with you, but let me go back to her original thread. This is the mother load. Can you notice how you type and Prince Harry and hardly any live tweet? They intentionally put this secret on BBC Two so less people could see it. We will have receipt for days, everyone. Alright, let's see here. 6 comment under this. Alright. She continued. There's a whole hashtag. Okay, the Prince and the Press, Harry and Meghan were telling the truth about the invisible contract. Alright, 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Again, just know I have to stop in between.
Of the royal family. The pressure was on. Princes William and Harry would now be expected to play the game with Britain's media. They would become part of this unspoken understanding that exists in the monarchy and the media. Let's call this the deal. Journalists are always doing unspoken deals with people. I worked in newspapers for the best part of a decade. I cut a few deals myself. The Windsor deal is the royals get to live in a palace.
Okay, so he is a journalist, so he knows exactly what he's talking about. So, and Harry, who's grew up in this, so he know about this thing too. Alright, so Harry wasn't telling her any lies. Once you say your truth and your conscience is clear, you're done with. People could say whatever they want, but eventually the truth will come out. So pretty much this documentary is pretty much is like receipt for Harry and Meghan of their truth. Alright, so let's continue.
Get some taxpayer funding in return, so long as they grant access and a steady supply of stories and pictures. They get favourable coverage, and that helps them to renew their emotional contract with the people. But
wow, so this is why they were using Harry and Meghan over there. Everything that every move that Harry and Meghan did, they use it against them, and they tell the press about it. This is so unfair. This is so unfair. And all of this, by the way, it's so that they could stay in a palace and receive free taxpayers' money. And then for Harry to call back when he decided to live with his wife and say, we're not playing this game anymore. So they stripped them of all of the stuff that they believe it's what will gonna get them jobs or stuff like that. Let's continue.
that deal only works if both parties stick to their side of the bargain. And the question is, would the children of Princess Diana want to play that game?
Happier Prince.
Workshire Royal, are we being too hard?
A game. So by this now, people in the UK, your eyes should be open. But then again, I don't know. Some eyes are open, but those people who keep on voting for the same people to be in the power and position, so they're gonna stay with this. All right, let me move it back a little bit.
Want to play that game?
Happier Prince.
Workshire Royal, are we being too hard on him, do you think? Or is that a fair assessment?
No, I think that's very... I mean, honestly, so far this year, he's done 2 royal engagements.
How do you respond to that?
Coverage of his progress to becoming king is going to be an important part of the way he's perceived.
William knows he has to deal with the media day in, day out for the rest of his life, and therefore he has to have a relationship with the media that works. And he's constantly thinking, I think, in a strategic way about how to handle that, how to deal with that.
I think it was interesting that the narrative was Workshire William and not...
Workshire William. Can you imagine if the thing that they put Harry through and Meghan? Well, mostly Harry, because Harry grew up in that environment, sheltered environment. Can you imagine if William experienced the exact same thing they put on Harry when Harry decided to live with Meghan? Will they survive out on the outdoor? Because Workshire. Let's continue.
I think it was interesting that the narrative was Workshire William and not Harry, and that was because I think Harry was regarded as too popular to have a pop at that point.
Message? Oh, from Michelle. How very amusing. So you would like to watch it together?
Yes.
Let's have a look.
Hey, Prince Harry. Remember when you told us to bring it at the Invictus Games?
Careful what you wish for. Boom.
Oh, really? Please.
Boom.
Good month in Australia.
It's been fantastic, and actually it's really nice to have a chance to.
Okay, so she's showing us some small clips here and there. Alright, so that's that. Let's go to the next clip. I have this clip somewhere too. Alright, the Princes and the Press, Harry and Meghan, were telling the truth about the invisible contract. Alright, 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
In Australia.
It's been fantastic, and actually it's really nice to have a chance to speak to members of the public as opposed to being locked in and working hard.
Harry was becoming increasingly popular. But for the royal press pack, who accompanied him on engagements, his unease with the deal was obvious.
He does have a love-hate relationship with the press. You know, I think he sort of resents our intrusion. Maybe, who can blame him?
Look at it. They know they're intruding in his privacy. Who could blame him? But yet, this is the thing I don't understand. Even her, when she came out and said she experienced a miscarriage too. And I'm like, how should I feel for you when Meghan told her part, her ordeal, and then you went and not backstab, but you're degrading her pain. So how was I supposed to feel for you when you later on you come out and say you had a miscarriage too? Should I feel sorry for you too? But these people know. They know they are inflicting pain on people, but yet they continue with it. This is the thing that really sickening with these people. All right?
Intrusion. Maybe, who can blame him?
Harry and Dawn getting stuck in?
Not really with you guys around. Really help.
Prince William and Prince Harry started off as children with their minds rather set against the media because of all that had happened.
Could I ask you to respect my children's space?
They saw the impact on their mother and the sort of distress around.
Harry gets it. Harry gets it. Harry gets it. But the older one, I don't know. If he was living, I'm talking about the older one now. If he was living his true self, he won't have to worry about the press because eventually the truth will come out. Look at Harry. He's living his true self, okay, even though they mock him at the time. But guess what? He's being vindicated for his true self now. All right? If you're living in somebody else's term, how are you living your true life? You only have one life to live. And Harry have lived it, even though majority of it were through pain. But now he is being vindicated, and thank God for it. But the older one, of all between the two brothers, he should have known because he was much older. He should have understand what his mom went through. But instead, what did he do? He went and called the mom paranoia.
Events that we're all too well aware of.
After the death of their mother, the media agreed to leave the brothers alone during their education.
Look at Harry, 12-year-old, maybe 12 or 13 here, without the mother who was hugging him, give him those kisses.
Of the royal family.
And all of that. They took his mother away from him at a young age. And this is how you started seeing the drinking, all those negative stuff that popping up, just to, he could be the shield for the brother, while the other brothers doing his nonsense. Harry was alone. I did say it. Harry was alone in that palace. I mean, through pictures, I saw a lot of things. Not that I have a freaking magic power or a crystal ball in front of me. Many times I've said, I wish I had one for myself. But you could see the things through human nature. You could see those kind of things happening.
Education, with the exception of some staged images.
But
as time went on, there was another way of finding information about their lives.
Group newspapers is that they don't accept that anything was happening at the Sun. They accept that a limited amount of unlawful activity happened at the News of the World.
The hacking trial has been told that a former royal editor of the News of the World, Clive Goodman, hacked into the messages on Kate Middleton's phone.
And the thing is that you're playing with the beast, okay? You keep on giving them. They want information 24/7. So when you decided not to give any information, they're gonna go their own way to find way. And this is how the illegal stuff start happening. My God, this is of the cesspool of vipers. My God.
155 times before she married Prince William. In 2005, her phone was hacked on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day and Boxing Day. The trial.
This is why Harry quickly married Meghan. This is why, okay? When I said once the press find out about Harry was dating Meghan, this is why Harry quickly did what he did, okay? Harry is a smart man. Many times when I bring different branch or topic or discussion and where my mind is not thinking of Harry's brightness, intelligence or anything like that, this is not to say Harry is not bright. Harry is a freaking genius. He's a freaking genius. He knows how the press is. The minute he saw the press knew about him and Meghan, what did he do? He quickly married her. Okay? Quickly marry her and give her 2 kids. And tell you're not going anywhere. Okay? Because Meghan does not deal with those toxicity, even with her own family. Okay, I don't think Meghan had seen the half siblings quite some time, and you could see why. You could see why. Okay? Meghan, Miss Doria did not raise a selfish, a viper kind of mentality kind of a child. Her only child, Miss Doria, raised her to be kind, thoughtful, be humanitarian, be, how do you call this, understanding, compassion, intelligent, all of that. So if Meghan knew exactly this is the way the UK press is, how they intrude into the royal family, you think Meghan would be in this? He's like, I love you, but I don't want to deal with that. Okay? This is why that wedding went so quickly. Okay? I've said it so many times. If I ever meet Harry, that will be my major question. Why did you marry Meghan so quickly? What was the ultimate reason why? Okay? He will say because of the press. Okay? That would be his answer. I answered for him because of the press. He didn't want Meghan to find out. And then some people dismiss, the haters, obviously, not the squad. The haters dismiss Meghan's thought of the royal family, like she didn't know anything about them. Okay? You know they exist, just like me. I knew they exist. Did I know all of this nonsense was going on over there? Nope. Okay, until they start hating on Meghan, that's when I put my laser focus on them, knowing this is the way they are. And guess what? YouTube know that I know the truth too, through the nonsense that they put out. This is why they're preventing my videos from earning money. They think I'm gonna stop. Okay, if this is the negativity these people are spreading around the world, I might as well share this with other people who's not paying attention. My goodness. Okay, this one took so long. All right, let's.
2005, her phone was hacked on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day and Boxing Day. The trial also heard that Clive Goodman hacked Prince William's phone on 35 occasions and Prince Harry's 9 times.
Wow.
And they were both victims, weren't they? And they both had their private lives turned over by it. They felt really violated, really.
Wow.
When you saw the evidence of what had been accessed, including, I think it was Kate's phone on Valentine's Day. I mean, that I think they found that really disturbing.
It is disturbing. Can you imagine you talking some intimate things with your significant other or something like that? I mean, you could see with the other one, Charles, how he was talking with his mistress at that time. But can you imagine you throwing your heart out to your significant other and then a third person you didn't want to hear it is listening? This is a very intrusive kind of thing. This needs to stop. But let's listen.
Very fascinating is the two of them were clearly really determined to try and reach some resolution with the publishers. And at some stage in this process, it's now just one of them that is pursuing it, which is Harry.
Wow. One of them is pursuing it, which is Harry. I understand him. There was some stuff that they were saying that it was Harry who was constantly contacting Meghan and all of that. I think there was a headline about it a while back. This is very intrusive. All right, let's go to the next clip that she's sharing. Okay, the princess and the press. Harry and Meghan were telling the truth about the invisible contract. All right, there's more. That's another
2016 marked the second Invictus Games, a high-profile media event. You interviewed Harry in 2016. What can you tell us about how that interview came about? Sounds interesting.
The interview came about because I was aware, and had been aware for quite a while, that there were changes afoot in his life. We agreed on a date, which was just before the Invictus Games in Florida, and I'd been on tours with him, and we had a good working relationship. So when I came to sit down with him, he was in such a good place in his life. He was so open and honest, and even though he has had a difficult relationship with the press, and that's an understatement.
It's very striking reading your...
That just reminded me some of the things that he was so honest, so open, and such in a good place. That reminded me another interview that he did where he said there has to be a line, okay, the private and the public, where he shared himself with the public during engagement, Invictus, and all of that.
Chance my arm with a cheeky question. A bit like your mother, you are pursued every minute of every day by lots of people trying to take photographs, videoing, recording what you're saying, pushing. How can you possibly have a private life?
Cheeky question. You're right, that is a cheeky question. But Andrew, to be honest with you, sadly, that line between public and private life is almost non-existent anymore, and we will continue to do our best to ensure that there is the line. We are completely aware that we're in a very privileged position, and I will spend the rest of my life earning that privilege and trying to bring a spotlight onto things and causes that really matter to me, and I hopefully matter to a lot of other people as well. Everyone has a right to their privacy, and a lot of the members of the public get it, but sadly in some areas there is this sort of incessant need to find out every little bit of detail about what goes on behind the scenes. It's unnecessary. I hope that people get to see me here in this Invictus role, cracking on with the guys and mucking in and having a good time with them. And this is half my official role, but half my private role. This is what I enjoy doing, but the private life has to be private, and I hope people respect that.
People, they still go after him. This is so freaking unfair. That is so freaking unfair. And I'm glad he's pursuing it. And this is why we're going to keep on praying, because this has to stop. If they could do these things to him and Meghan, of all people, and they couldn't find dirt on Meghan, can you imagine someone who doesn't have that kind of money to defend themselves? And those press, they know it's a long battle if you take it to court. And this is why they keep on doing it. But Harry is there for the long run. And we need to keep on praying for them. Harry and Meghan. All right, let's continue.
Interview with him. How much of this interview with a leading journalist is about the media? The bit that really struck me was where you write, he talked candidly of the massive paranoia that sits inside me about the scrutiny any girl he speaks to in public must endure. And Harry says, if or when I do find a girlfriend, I will do my utmost to ensure that me and her can get to the point where we're actually comfortable with each other before the massive invasion that is inevitably going to happen.
Wow. What did I say? What did I freaking say? I didn't even know this freaking thing existed. Okay? I said this is exactly why. So there's my answer here. Why did he marry Meghan so quickly? Because of the tabloid. And then I even said where they got to know each other was before you and I or the press knew about it. So once they hit that understanding of their lives, their future, and all of that, the deal was set. The foundation was set. I've said this, and there it is. Let me move it back a little bit.
In public must endure. And Harry says, if or when I do find a girlfriend, I will do my utmost to ensure that me and her can get to the point where we're actually comfortable with each other before the massive invasion that is inevitably going to happen into her privacy.
Absolutely. I mean, you just have to look at what happened with his previous relationships.
Just one step, please.
Please, one stop.
There's my answer. This is my answer. I knew it. I knew it. This is why he quickly married her.
When you are dating or considering marrying a member of the royal family, you know, the scrutiny you endure is enormous. And, you know, Harry's previous relationships with Chelsea Davy and Cressida Bonas, a part of why neither of those went all the way was because neither of them wanted to endure that level of media scrutiny. At that point, he was in his 30s.
And you could understand why. Look how they doing Meghan. Okay, this is why. Okay, I didn't know. I still don't know much about Harry's exes. Okay, many times where I'm throwing my opinion and then I come to a point where I want to talk about them, I stop. I stop because I do not want to mention them. I didn't want to throw my humble opinion on them, whether it might come true eventually or not. I stop myself before saying anything beyond that. So, okay, I'm glad I always have that mindset when I'm doing those videos to put a stop to myself from talking about them. I always felt like I need to give them their privacy. So there it is here. All right, let me move it back a little bit.
They wanted to endure that level of media scrutiny. At that point, he was in his 30s. A lot of his friends were getting married and having families, and he was very concerned that that might elude him because he might not be able to find someone who could handle that.
Wow. And this is why I said when he saw, I was thinking, who did I use as a family person? The other, how do you call him? Nacho. Okay? Nacho Figueroa. I always say when he sees him with his family, his wife playing over, I did say he probably is jealous of that, wanting that kind of family life. And there is. This woman is saying it. I didn't even see this video before. Oh my God, I'm right on the money again. Right, let's see here.
Might elude him because he might not be able to find someone who could handle that.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am...
I'm laughing here when I see after she said who might elude him and then they show Meghan. I'm laughing because poor Meghan so naively didn't know. She did not know. She did not know. But in a way, this is why I think Princess Diana bring Meghan to Harry. This is why. Because Meghan had no clue. She does her thing. She usually gives access. I have videos when she was in Toronto giving access to the media. She was friendly with the media and stuff like that. She gave them access to a certain point, but not her private life. Okay? When she wants to. This is why Meghan knows how to deal with the media. She knows how to deal with the media. And this is why I think Princess Diana, of all women around the globe, this is the one Princess Diana chose for Harry. I truly believe this Princess Diana chose Meghan, nobody else. Because I don't understand how these two people live continents away for them to find each other. One person who knows both of them felt like this is the person that Harry should meet. And then the minute Harry met Meghan, he knew. I think the first date. Even though he said later on, whatever. Well, he did say he got to up his game. But that's when Princess Diana probably went in Harry's heart and said, this is it. Okay? And make Harry aware of it the minute that Meghan came. But poor Meghan, she didn't know. She didn't know. But, yeah.
tremendously honored to be UN Women's advocate for political participation and leadership. I am proud to be a woman.
Wow. Okay, so let's continue here. The Princess and the press, Harry and Meghan were telling the truth about the invisible contract. So there's me.
First, with that story, with that relationship.
Yes.
Can you give us a very broad sense that wouldn't disclose your sources about the sort of terrain from which this story comes? Does it come from the palace?
No, I'm not saying anything about where it came
from. Phone call from LA, perhaps?
Not telling you anything
Guess
about
what?
where it came from.
Did you?
Guess what? We know where. Because based on Christopher Buzier's research, okay, these people create many burner account, when they want to say a lie, okay, they go to their burner account, spread the lie, and then they come on their main account to spread the lie on that thing, pretending it's someone else that they quoting or their source or
Dean marked the
TBS.
second Invictus game.
Okay, so we know where they get their sources. All right, let's continue. Move it back a little
I'm
bit.
not saying anything about where it came
Phone
from.
call from LA, perhaps?
Not telling you anything.
And another thing too, in one of my video, I even said they use that thing where they're not supposed to reveal their sources. They use it to their advantage, where they could make their own BS and then claim it was a source. Okay? So, and I even talk about there's people who've gone to jail, reporters who've gone to jail for not revealing the source because they have the right to keep their sources private. All right, I've talked about this, and these people, the UK, use it to their advantage, but in the wrong way.
Nothing about where it
Okay.
came from.
Did you take the story to the palace?
No.
You didn't.
No.
Look at this. Look at her smiling. This is a game to all of them. This is a game to all of them. Laughing about it like it's a game. Baggage for you, Lord. A lot of baggage. You're going to work overtime on this.
Well, I tell you who I took the story to, first of all, of course, is my editor. He said something along the lines of, oh, I think I've just felt a gust of air blow up my trousers, in the sense of this is a really good story, you know, Harry and the American. When I put her name into Google, I was sort of blown away by who this girl was. I thought, goodness me, this woman is extremely glamorous, clearly already has a profile.
Hey, Hobbs. I'm so glad you're here. Come with me for a day in the life. I'm going to show you my favorite spots in Toronto. Come on.
You see, there it is. Meghan was willing to work with the media, but the way the media wanted to work with them, it's not that. Okay? Things like this. Look at Meghan taking them to show you what she does sometimes or whatever. But at a certain point, when she said, no, I don't want you to be there. If I'm going to this party, I don't want you to be there. Okay? This kind of thing. Just because I show you, like she said, oh my God, just like she said with Oprah interview, just because I show you a picture of my child on my desk, that doesn't mean I want to show you the entire roll of the thing on my phone. This is it. This is a perfect example. She did give a perfect example. There she is working with the media here, but not everything she does she want to show you. Okay, let's say she's signing a contract. Do you think she want to bring you with where she's making a deal with a business deal or something like that? No. But these people want every single little details.
I wasn't familiar with her name. I don't think anyone was at the time, to be perfectly honest, unless they had watched Suits, the legal drama that she had been starring in. But that's a cable show. It's kind of a bit niche.
So, we're going to look at privacy and harassment law.
We kept it so tight. It was me, my editor, the deputy editor and the news editor were the only people who knew about the story. It didn't appear on any news lists until it was on the page ready for production.
Wow. This is a shame.
I was watching my son Harry play football, and you know, all hell broke loose around the rest of Fleet Street.
My God.
Within minutes.
You know, all this time Harry could have still be dating Meghan. Well, by now maybe they will be married. But the quickness of their wedding was because of these people. I truly believe that. You know, he's enjoying his life. He know he has a girlfriend. Nobody know about it, and he's enjoying his life. And then they intrude in his privacy. Oh my God, this is so horrible.
The call went out to start digging on her background in the US.
Wow.
The Sun contacted Dano Hanks in Los Angeles, a sometime actor and Vietnam veteran who was jailed 4 times, including for extortion. He had been a private investigator for decades.
Just talk us through what happened then.
First, they gave me 4 names, and they were all Markle. They wanted Meghan Markle. They wanted a full background on her. They wanted a half-sister or a sister.
Samantha Markle.
And her mother and father. And then later on, they sent me another 4 names, and it was like 2 of the guys were ex-boyfriends, and at that time.
Wow, this is so wrong. So wrong and so many levels. So wrong. Okay, let's see here. She said that. Okay, the smear campaign and character assassination started even before she was even married to Harry. Oh, so they've been going back before that. Okay, the former MTV VJ45 explained during a recent episode of the Hollywood Vault podcast, the UK press outlet offered up to $70,000 to, I've shared this before with you guys, $70,000 to exaggerate the detail of his relationship with the retired actress, 38, after being labeled as one of her ex-boyfriends. Quote, nothing happened, we never even kissed, Rex said on the podcast, quote, it was just like we hung out once in a very non-dated way. She was just someone I had met on a TV show and we got lunch. That was the extent of it. You know, I really, every time I come across his story, I thank him for that. I thank him for setting the record straight and not being baited into that. Can you imagine if he had taken that $70,000? That money would have been long gone. And then now you have to deal with the negativity that come after that. People knowing the truth. So this is what happened when you stick to your integrity. All right, so I thank him for that every time I come across him or whenever I mention him. Okay, I'm already an hour. Okay, the pair met while working on a short live series called Cuts in 2005, which depicted the challenges faced by the employees of a fictional family-run barbershop in Baltimore. Before the suit, alum tied the knot with Prince Harry in May 2018. A number of British tabloids made claims about her dating his history, including Rex as one of her many former suitors. The Sun published a report at the time claiming that the scary movie star, quote, ruined his chances, end quote, with his former co-star when she found out about his past as an adult film star. Okay, quote, when that story broke, a couple of British tabloids offered to pay me a lot of money to say a lie that we actually hooked up. Rex continued, quote, I said no to a lot of money because I didn't feel right lying about effing up the royal effing family. End quote. Okay, let's see here. Simon Rex said the British tabloid offered him $70,000 to lie about hooking up with the Meghan Markle. Quote, nothing happened. We never even kissed. We hung out once in a very non-dated way. She was just someone I had met on a TV show and we got lunch. That was the extent of it. All right, so these are all of that. There it is. Look at it. Meghan Markle, Costa Alexander offer. Okay, people talking about it some more.
First.
All right, let's see here. There's 3 comments under it. Okay. I went over this. I just did that. And now this. 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Okay, Harry and Meghan were telling the truth. Okay.
So this
have to be aware that there are these different households kind of in competition with each other when it comes to press.
So this is something that you have to understand about the royal family. Each senior member has their own so-called household. This is the professional setup around top royals, or principals as they're called. So, Buckingham Palace for the Queen, Clarence House for Prince Charles, and Kensington Palace for the Cambridges and Prince Harry. And a key theme that several correspondents raised in my interviews with them is that these households don't always operate in perfect harmony.
And this is where they use the brothers against each other. They pen the brothers against each other to create that rift. And then Harry gets it, all right, and try not to make a big deal out of it. But the brother, due to the way he grew up, they raised him to be like the number one all the time. They made him jealous and then resent the brother. So this happened, I believe, due to the courtiers who putting nonsense in his head. And this is why Harry was saying that they give them wrong advice. And this is that. All right. Harry understand the team player, that in order for the monarchy to sustain and survive, he understand they have to be in harmony. But because of the way they raise William to make him seem the only one, okay, that's the thing, the only one. Because Harry was voice of reasoning, so they create that rift to make him resent the brother, and this is where you get what we're having now, right now. All right, let's get back to it. And this is what this is what's gonna destroy them. That's exactly this. In one of my tweets, I respond to someone. They were saying something, and I said, what they should be afraid of is not Harry, it's not Meghan or anything else. They should be afraid of themselves. They should be afraid of themselves, because it is themselves that's going to destroy the monarchy. And then this is the biggest, well, it's been going on, but people are starting to realize it. It's like one domino is starting to fall. All right?
During that time, you did have Buckingham Palace, Clarence House, Kensington Palace working in silos, really. And that is something that's always fascinated me, really, is that the households obviously have to consult very closely on their diaries, who is announcing what and when.
And the thing is that they could have used Meghan for to prop them up, but no, they want to be the only one. I mean, there should have been somewhere where obviously the Queen is the main one, and then work downward, and there should not be any competition. There should not be any competition. And Harry got that. Harry knew it has to be within a team. He said it in one video.
But now that it is all official, Prince Harry, do you have that sense that the combination of the two of you, your different backgrounds, that you together represent something new for the royal family?
I don't know if it's something new. I think it's for me it's an added member of the family. It's another team player as part of the bigger team. And for all of us, all we want to do is be able to carry out the right engagements, carry out our work, and try and encourage others and the younger generation to be able to see the world in the correct sense, rather than perhaps having a distorted view. And the fact that I know the fact that she'll be really unbelievably good at the job part of it as well is obviously a huge relief to me, because she'll be able to deal with everything else that comes with it. But no, we're a fantastic team. We know we are, and we hope to over time try and have as much impact for all the things that we care about as much as possible.
But no, the others don't work like that.
But within each household, there is still this competitiveness about getting coverage for their causes, for the visits that they're doing. For example, when I've interviewed Prince Charles and tried to ask him about his sons maybe being involved in championing causes around young people, and Prince Charles sidestepped that. He didn't want to talk about that.
Despite the shock it provoked, Harry's statement did seem to work. According to research commissioned for this programme, the press coverage of Meghan reached its most positive level in the months following the statement. In November, Harry and Meghan made it official. A royal engagement is typically an opportunity for the bride to meet the press in...
This is where Harry was like, I better get this going before Meghan changed her mind. Because she have no idea how these people intrude into our lives. But anyway, let's...
formally. But this one was different. Harry and Meghan stuck a pond between them and the reporters.
How are you both feeling?
This was not the type of celebration they were used to.
There was the initial press conference outside Kensington Palace when they got engaged, and she was in the white coat.
Can you start the ring, please?
That was very much done from a distance. And then...
No, oh, it just stopped. I was just about to pause it, but it finished. So they put the pond...
You have to be aware that there are these different households.
Harry is brilliant. He met with them where there's the pond that separate them. Don't come too close to me. But let's see. She put more. All right, let's see. 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
That was very much done from a distance. And then there wasn't really ever a proper meet and greet. Maybe the lack of understanding of what Meghan was all about might have been down to the fact that they never introduced her to the press properly.
Harry has a good reason for that.
I think Harry could see straight through these sorts of requests. So although Meghan, who of course is pretty media savvy and, from what I heard behind the scenes, quite keen to meet with the journalists, Harry was like, no, you don't realise what could happen if you do sort of step into that arena, because it goes downhill from there. You will never win them over.
Wow. This is Omid saying his truth here. And Omid, I truly respect him. This is one of the royal reporters that I truly respect. And I mentioned him in one of my videos on my other channel. I truly respect him for his courage, standing up by his truth, and don't deter. I truly respect him for that.
Never win.
One of the mistakes they made was not engaging more with the media. I mean, I shook a hand on the first day in Nottingham with it.
I don't think it's a mistake. I think they did well. They did well because look at how you guys still don't know how to leave them alone. I think they did the right thing to send out the message, because if they're sending mixed messages, it's gonna be oh, you did this, but how come now you did that? Harry knew exactly what he was doing, and I appreciate Meghan for listening to Harry, because even though Meghan not grew up, let me take that back, is aware of the social media and all of that, because she was an actress. She knows how to deal with social media and all of that, and still listen to Harry, because Harry had grew up in it, literally grew up in it, so he knows how this side of the pond deal with social media. All right, so let's move back a little bit.
I mean, I shook a hand on the first day in Nottingham with it, on the first engagement she did with Harry after they got engaged, and then that was it really.
Good.
Harry and Meghan were clearly not going to give the media the kind of access they expected. In May,
and I have to give him prep because he's not the future. So the other brother could play the game with you guys, but he's not going to be the future for him to deal with you guys. So I'm glad he did what he did.
And beyond.
They're the ones that we love the most, or I love the most anyway, because I think they're just so like normal.
This is what I mean. The people don't want machine. They don't want freaking robot. They normal. They want to see human being.
As Harry and Meghan's popularity grew, William was still being described by some outlets as work shy.
You know how things work in the media. You know, a story picks up pace and it becomes a theme. You know, he made a bad mistake going off on a skiing holiday when and missing the Commonwealth Day service at Westminster Abbey.
The Squad talk about this. I didn't know about it until the Squad mentioned it. Okay, he rather go hang out and do all this crazy stuff, but the work, and then this is why he has to throw his brothers under the bus. All right, Princess Diana, do your work up there. This is your son. Okay, you know how it is down here in the physical world. All right, now they cannot touch you. They cannot do anything. Do your job, because people had enough with this BS.
A skiing holiday when and missing the Commonwealth Day service at Westminster Abbey. It looked a bit bad for him.
In a 2017 poll, Harry's approval ratings were higher than William's for the first time. And the media had a new golden couple.
I was quite excited about it all because I had written about the Cambridges being sort of quite safe, and I'd written a piece about Kate. Perhaps, you know, we needed to hear more from her.
Hear more.
The press was increasingly pitting the two couples against each other. Tell us about your column. Can Kate cope with Meghan mania? Why did you write that?
Kate never had that kind of
Oh man, did she have more? No. All right, let me read this. She was mixed race from the start. That is what they were all against. The royal family, the UK media, the Tory government, the Brexiters, part of the public. Okay, full version on YouTube. So you guys could watch this, the full version. Okay, so this person gave small clips. All right, there's more. All right, let's see here. Did I get all of the comments? I think I did. There's more comment here. All right. Okay. Mark Boland, Charles' Penn doctor, has described this in detail on his book. Charles gave the press photo calls and access to the boys in exchange for good press for him and Camilla. They also buried bad stories for Charles and William, and in exchange allowed Harry's to go ahead. This is really, I mean, this is the thing that Harry was saying. If you have gone through that pain, why would you want your offspring to experience the same pain? And Harry was like, no, I don't want this for my son, for my kids. This is why he get out of there. Okay, Harry is brilliant. He's a brilliant man. Okay, I love that Meghan gave her solicitor the permission to speak. No wonder the palaces were scared. Okay, OMG, what solicitor? I can't watch it. All right, let's see this. Meghan lawyer who represented her in the mail on Sunday. Oh, that's like OMG, really? Okay, I see why the palaces wanted to cherry pick the content. Okay, they'll be complaining and explaining tomorrow. Invisible contract been confirmed many times. The times for April. Invisible contract been confirmed many times. The Times April 22nd, 2019 article. I hope this small bit of confirmation already known doesn't create a blender to all the other falsehood remaining in the show. Additional object, look over here at the shiny bubble, not at Willie, Silly, and Tampon. Okay, so it's not biased and bashing them. Thanks, babes. That was so good to watch. It ended on our fave talking, so I'm bummed. Please share more if you can. Okay, Harry was in the documentary. Literally, the first 6 minutes proved everything he said was true. They have an unspoken understanding with the media called the deal. Okay, Harry was becoming increasingly popular. His unease of the deal was obvious. Okay, thank you for this thread. Thank you for this thread. Grateful for all that you do, Harry and Meghan and the squad. This makes it easy to share. Okay, OMG, I'm in gym. Wasn't planning to watch it, but we'll catch up later. Thank you for letting us know. Post lot of content online to keep other squatters updated. Okay, they want you to watch it. Reverse psychology. Let's see this. You're probably right, but some trusted people watched and said this episode was okay. Although, who knows how the next episode will go. I've started watching and was it the shitty reporters who smear Harry and Meghan are watering down their take on the article they've written. Some important truth are coming out. Okay, what happened to the rest of it? Thanks for taking one for the squads. Please post. I missed it. Very true. Thanks. Okay. What did this way? UK media really is trash. A lot of these same journalists went out of their way to ridicule the idea that there was an invisible contract and powwow between them, the palace after the Oprah interview, yet here they are confirming it all. But Meghan is supposedly the liar. Okay, I'm already clapping and screaming. About time it was dragged out. Lord, I feel bad for not promoting it now. So she's the one who tweeted it, and then she at the beginning I play her audio. Okay, I said reverse judgment till you have seen the whole thing. Yes, this is the British media we are talking about. They want to draw us in for ratings. That's why you need to wait to see the rest of it before they turn 360 on you. All right, so I have two more for this video, but I have plenty more that I started bookmarking. That has nothing to do with that. All right, let's see here. There's her here. I'm not going to bed without uploading all the important and crucial clips. Wait on me. Instagram and Twitter has to be covered before I sleep. Hopefully all done by 1 a.m. That's the same girl. There's me laughing, and there's the shit. Do your thing, girl. That's the Lord's work. There's a laugh. Thank you, and I threw some heart. Okay, thank you for doing the work, because there is no way I'm giving any of them hateful, racist, misogynistic, xenophobic, vile people any ratings. I still feel they began with the fireworks to get the attention they wanted, and then try blame Harry and Meghan. I hope I'm wrong. Okay, hope I'm wrong. Thank you, Rebecca, for your hard work. You always been the person I go to on Instagram for the receipt that I look for. You never disappoint. Keep going, please. Thank you for uploading and sharing. Okay, how can I find you? You're on IG. Thanks. Okay, this is the squad thanking her. Let me go to the next one. And this is my last one for this video. I think I'm gonna start editing so I could put it out the same day. I don't care what YouTube said. Maybe I'll take little clips here and there and then share it with you, but the entire video will be out once they approve everything. All right, there's my last one here. Never complain, never explain. You sit on the throne. You sit on a throne of lies. What did I say in my other video? It's a fishbowl of lie. Okay. Go watch that video. Some of you who are new, I have a backup channel where I did a small research in terms of journalism. All right, this explained that. Once you understand the foundation of stuff, when they throw their nonsense, you could read between the lines. All right, this, that, right? Okay, so that was it. Not too many people said. Recollection, LOL, recollection not so varied. Now are they waiting for an apology from each one of them, or time to burn this monarchy down with their entities, recollections? Why I see my notification? Does that have to do with anything? Okay, I just read this one, and there's this one. I've been saying it. Let's see which one. So now more people are liking it. I've been saying it. There's this one. Okay, I started the video with this. Okay, I'm glad they included this clip because I've watched it over and over this year. Will say, quote, is it resolved? We don't know, end quote. That was directed at Harry about Meghan. Harry's eyes go straight to William, and Meghan is clearly uncomfortable. Meghan is nervous, laughing, and Harry is containing his anger. William is a bully. All right, that's me. Let me play it before I read my thing, and then
Working together as family, do you ever have disagreements about things?
Oh, yes.
Healthy disagreement.
Okay, the last thing you disagreed on, how do you resolve it?
I can't remember. They come so thick and fast.
but is it resolved? We don't know.
Oh, we don't know. Well, you're putting on a great show if it's not. Together as
He never finished with his nonsense, and that's what's gonna take him down. Okay, I've been saying this is where everything started. I even disagree with Harry and most of the squad. I've said it was here, especially when Meghan said her thing about women had a voice. This is it. All right. Her message felt direct for sure. All right, so more people are starting to see what I was saying. 15 people liked it right here. All right, let's go on Google and throw prayer. There was a prayer that one of the squad did. I come across. Okay, there it is. Let me do this prayer, and then I think I'll use that as for this video. All right, this is one of the squad's prayer. Okay, a prayer for protection and peace for Meghan and Harry and Sussex squad against enemies. Psalm 54. Quote, but God is my helper, the Lord is my defender. May God use their own evil to punish my enemies. He will destroy them because he is faithful. Oh Lord, I will give you thanks because you are God. End quote. Amen. Alright, she uses that, and she posted yesterday, so when I came across it, and I said I'm gonna use that. Alright, O Son of Righteousness, let your glory overtake and consume every stumbling iniquity of Harry and Meghan's house. Bestow of Harry and Meghan, O glory of the sun, arise and consume every dark arrows fired against Harry and Meghan, a sign to make me fall into shame and sorrow. In Jesus' name, okay, let's this. Amen. Amen. I'm telling you, the squad are doing their thing too on on Twitter. I told you this is where from one of them, Royal Pen Girl, there's another one sometime who put prayers, and this is how I started putting prayers on some of my videos. So I'm gonna stop here, and this video is gonna record. I'm gonna edit it first, and I'm gonna do video 2. Thanks for watching. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you wanna donate to my channel, YouTube is playing me. I'm telling you, YouTube is playing me. Look at this. Look at this. All these videos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, 7 videos. They limit them. This video is running unlimited ads due to identity as not suitable. Okay, so it remains fully playable. I think so they're reviewing it. This video is being reviewed to determine whether it's suitable for most advertisers. So they didn't fully view it yet. Same as this, same as that. Okay, they're looking at it right now. 4 people is looking at it. I don't know what's taking them so long. All right, so all of this, they're looking at it. So this one is the first one that they're looking at, and this is my last one that I have that gonna air later today. So 5 people looked at it before it went live for them to say, okay, all right, this video is being monetized. It has been reviewed and confirmed to be suitable for most advertisers. All right, so this one is gonna do today at 6 a.m. Right now it's 3:56, 4 o'clock. So they're limiting the way I actually make money on those videos. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching.